All right, we're back again, and I wanted to mention, first of all, that we're still covering this weather for you throughout the rest of this evening. Off and on, we've been watching what's been happening, and we'll take some more questions here in just a few moments from you. If you have any, please send those to us, and we'll try to answer those as we go along through the next several hours. We are watching the fact that another watch has been issued here, the one that's furthest to the south and east since the last time that we did talk to you. So there may be more in the way of watches as we go through the rest of the night tonight. And the one that has the most time length on it ahead of everything is going to be 3 a.m. Early in the morning. And that's for the one that's furthest off to the east there, across northern sections of Louisiana, southern portions of Arkansas, crossing over the Mississippi River. That goes until 3 a.m. It'd be this one right here near Greenville. And there's some thunderstorms here, and we do have a tornado warning down to the south and Monroe. And let's just get to that really quick here and take a look at what we do have here. Monroe, Louisiana, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning now turned tornado warning. Ouachita Parish, it's going to be moving off to the northeast at 35 near West Monroe. And that includes several towns to the east, which would also be Balcom into the Richwood area, Guthrie, Millhaven. You're all included within this tornado warned area. Once again, this is inbound, outbound, showing us not too tightly packed here. But again, we're out of reach of any good radar echo region at the moment. So we're still just kind of showing a very broad area of rotation with that storm. A few more tornado warnings to the north up here near Fort Smith. We have tornado warnings in effect here. And that's going to be just to the west of the radar site, inbound, outbound right there. Actually, the polygon to the south or to the west, the storm is no longer in this polygon, so cancel that one out. Tamaha is where this thing is, right about there. Near Salisaw, moving up through the rest of the county there and coming in hot, if you will, on the western side of things. That's going to be the next 34 minutes in effect for Haskell, Muskogee, and Sequoyah counties. You're all underneath a tornado warning coming in from the west and moving eastward. And we still have 3 watch boxes included: eastern Oklahoma, central sections of Arkansas, down into Shreveport, Tyler, Texas, also reporting, as well as what we have a little bit further on to the east. And we've been watching that one as well, coming through over the past few hours because, well, it's been one of those that has had some pretty good rotation with it over the past few hours. And we're certainly going to be watching that as we move along into the next few hours as well. We still have with us here, we've got Dean Barry, who is with us, and Brandon Jarvis, who we've been talking to through this evening. Dean, let's start with you first of all. And what are your concerns now as we go through the rest of this evening as far as safety-wise?
Yeah, David, we are moving into the nighttime hours. It has been after dark in the central time zone. I know out here on the east, it's been dark for a couple of hours. We will caution people. I urge them to adopt a practice called slow down, bed down. And basically, tornadoes, you don't want to be out driving during tornadic weather. You just don't. Even during daylight hours, you don't. But especially at night, and especially in this area of the country, you are not going to have that line of sight and that field of vision. They do say that if you're trapped in a car, you're out on the road and you're nearby a tornado and you're just a normal person, to try to move at right angles away from the tornado, and then take last resort measures if you can't. You're not going to be able to see it after dark. And if you want a more practical reason, take a look at this region. Already before the events of the day started, there were flood watches out for large swaths of this area. So you're going to be looking at a situation where massive amounts of rain are falling over the area, and flood waters are a lot harder to see at night too. So get to your home if you live in a sturdy built home, apartment complex, that type of building. If you live in a mobile home, modular home, trailer, go to a friend's house or family member's house who has a structural building and just spend the night there. Get off the roads. Don't be out and about in this, and just keep yourselves protected.
Always good information. I mean, from what we've been looking at through the day today, and again, you mentioned the flooding, and we've already got plenty of that going on. We have training echoes over the same region that have been going on through the day today that we've been watching. Brandon's been picking up some off and on information for us as well. Brandon, what do you have as far as that goes, as far as at least into the short term, as far as that information has it. And we'll be checking in with Brett here in just a second as well.
Currently, I have a picture here of a wall cloud that was in McAllister, Oklahoma earlier. I don't know if you can throw that up on screen.
Give me just a sec.
Yep.
Tell us about it here for just a second. I'm working on Brett as well.
Yeah. It's a little blurry picture, but you can see the wall cloud out in the distance, and
yes. So this was a storm that we had a tornado warning on much earlier. We were following that thing as it was moving on out of the area, but it did have a wall cloud on it. And actually, Brett will have some more information on that, I'm sure, too, when we get him up here in just a couple of seconds here. Let's see. 13.
Yep.
Let me see if I can. I think we have a good picture from Brett here at the moment. And let's just make sure I have his the rest of his information here. Brett, do you hear me? Well, I hear you. It doesn't sound great, but hold on one sec. How about now? Nope. So Brandon messed up our audio there for a second. Let's see. We'll try this again in just a couple of seconds. But anyway, the gist of what we're talking about here with everybody that we've been talking about. Brett, I'll come back to you in just a few seconds. Let me wrap this up real quick here. The gist of what we're looking at here is mainly the 3 tornado watches that we do have that are in effect, and as everybody's been really talking about here, at least in the short term, is the fact that we had quite a bit of rainfall to go along with all of this. So I know we have flash flooding that's occurring as well, up and down the line, really all the way down into Louisiana, central southern Louisiana. The tornado warning that we have currently is in effect there for Monroe, Louisiana. That's going to be just off of I-20, Ouachita Parish. It's Ouachita Parish, still underneath the tornado warning at the moment. So we've kind of been looking at all of that into the short term, and it still looks like much of that is going to be moving on eastward as we go through the next several hours as well. The video that we've been talking about, I'll try to pop that up here in a second as well. I got behind on everything, but we also have a risk during the day tomorrow. We still have an enhanced risk that's in effect for the day tomorrow that goes all the way over into Alabama this time. So we'll be watching out for that too as we go through time, whether or not we have some kind of information that would change that as we go through the next several hours. I don't know if anything downstream here is going to affect that during the day tomorrow, but some of the new modeling is now coming in at 7:30. We'll start getting the short range, high definition stuff, if you will. The stuff that really gives us hour by hour sort of information as we move along here too. So we'll look at that. And, other than that, let me see. I'm going to have to try to develop this with Brett here, who sounds a little bit like a mouse at the moment. And that's not his normal voice, which is what I basically know. Let's see. Talk again, Brett. Nah, you sound like a robot, not a mouse. Am I the only one hearing that?
Nope, I'm hearing that too.
Okay.
I'm hearing that as well.
Not sure what the deal is, Brett, but we'll try to get back to you. I got great. You look great. This is the best you've ever looked, Brett, as far as like your. There you go. Let's try it now. I got you full screen. Tell us. Talk to me again. I think we got you. I'm perplexed. I see your meter moving. I just have you as a little bit of a delay, I think, from your video, which we were kind of there a little bit earlier as well. The other guys, I don't have a delay from them, but let's do that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. TV, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm not really sure what his deal is while we're picking him up the way we are. If it's technically just coming out that way, but let's see again. Talk to me now, B. I'm sorry, Brad. I know it's not funny, but what did you do earlier that stopped that robotic voice? Stop it. You're making Jarvis laugh, and it's not funny. Yeah, there you are. It's better. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out, and we'll come back to you in just a little bit. I see there's a lot of lightning around you there too. But can we blame it on the lightning? Shoot me a video. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we do. I'm going to take that full so we can show everybody. This is in Monroe, Louisiana. This is where the tornado warning is. Just moments ago, there was a tornado warning issued there. They went severe thunderstorm warning in advance, out ahead of the storm, actually. They did go severe thunderstorm warning, which typically means they're no longer thinking tornado is involved. This is Ouachita Parish there, but some small little dink-sized hail seems to be falling there at the moment. Brett has a vehicle that can handle that very well and just sort of laugh at it. A lot of lightning being detected there also. We were seeing that off and on. They did go ahead upstream, though, and issue a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect that will go through Morehouse Parish in northeastern Louisiana. Near the town of Schwartz, it's moving at about 35, gusts to 60 miles per hour there. Within the actual area there, too, so kind of watching out for that as well. But, Brad, it's been a wacky sort of a day. We've had off and on scattered thunderstorms and tornado warnings. I mean, they've been out of the box for a while today. We saw a plethora of tornado warnings. I know you were Bennett and Nennet there for a little while before it actually broke down and got rain-wrapped and all. Did you actually see anything that you can clearly say was a tornado? Yeah, kind of looking at that as we were on the radar. Let's go back to the radar here, and we can sort of do this. I'm going to fill this in here real quick, and I guess we're still going to use, I don't know, we'll see if we can use DGX. We got a little bit better view of what's happening here. Still inbound, outbound is kind of a little bit out of sorts. There's all the lightning that you saw with Brett, though. That's pretty much across that area and still going to continue to move off to the northeast around that region too and into the southern part of Morehouse Parish as it comes in from the south side. So we'll be looking at that. Also, with all the very heavy rain that's continuing there, too. But that's our lone tornado warning there until you go further and further up to the north and to the east. So that's what we have here at the moment. We're going to keep you abreast of what's happening across the rest of the region, too. Going to check in. We're going to take a pause here for a few minutes and work on our technical issues here and get back with you in just a few because we need to. But, guys, I appreciate you being with us here throughout the evening. We've had Jarvis, Brandon Jarvis, who's been with us, Dean as well, to give us all kinds of information. And we'll pass more along to you as we get it. We still have 3 tornado watch boxes that are in effect across the region, so we'll get back to that and more coming up through the hour. But for now, we're going to take you back to your regularly scheduled program. I used to say, here's Oprah, but I don't think she's anywhere in sight. So, that's what we have for the moment, and we appreciate you being with us, and we'll come back with some more as we move on through the night tonight and still follow the situation as we'll do through the day.